Hi friends, my name is Milan Dholaria. In this video, we solve question paper of unit test 2. Okay, so let's start it. Here, our subject is mathematics. Total marks is equals to 25. Okay, and total 25 MCQs are there. Students, here just write your full name with the surname. Okay, after that, question number 1. So first of all, read this question. The mean of first 10 natural number is. The mean of first 10 natural number is. So first of all, you need to think about the formula of mean. Okay. What is the formula of mean? Mean x bar is equals to sum of all the observations. Okay. Sum of all the observation, it is represented by sigma x divided by n, that means total number of observation. Okay, in numerator, sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation. So here we need to find the mean of first 10 natural numbers. So first of all, write down the first 10 natural number. So it's a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Okay, now mean x bar, mean is represented by x bar. This is the sign of x bar, right? So here we need to find the addition of all this number. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 and divided by total number. So total 10 numbers we have here, so divided by 10. Okay, now find the addition of this number. So here 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10 plus 5 15 plus 6 21 plus 7 28 plus 8 36 plus 9 45 plus 10 55. So 55 divided by 10, 55 divided by 10. Now in denominator 1 0 is there. So in numerator, before the one digit we need to put decimal point. So before one digit, that means here we need to put decimal point. So our answer is 5.5. Okay, our answer is 5.5. So first of all, we need to write this numbers, 10 natural numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. After that, if we want to find the mean, then we need to find the addition of all this number. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 in numerator, and in denominator total number of observations. So total how many numbers we have here? 10 numbers, so divided by 10. Now here addition 55 divided by 10. So 55 divided by 10, it is 5.5. Okay, so our option A is correct. After that, question number 2. Here we need to find the median of first 7 natural numbers. Median of first 7 natural numbers. So we need to write first natural number in ascending order, otherwise descending order. So here we just write down in the ascending order. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, sorry, not plus, but 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, now median means what? Exactly middle number. Median means what? Exactly middle number. Okay, total 7 numbers we have here. Now directly even you can find the answer if you know the concept of median. So directly you can say that here 4 is middle number, right? So it is the answer of median, because from here 1 2 3 and fourth number, and from last even 1 2 3 and fourth number, that means 4 is the center position, right? So 4 is our answer of median. Okay, directly even you can find the answer of median. Otherwise we have one formula, n plus 1 by 2 observation, right? Median m is equals to n plus 1 by 2th observation. Here we have total 7 numbers, not last number but total numbers. Total 7 numbers we have here. So n is equals to 7. N means what? total number of observations. Okay, so put the value here 7. So 7 plus 1 by 2th observation. Now 7 plus 1, it's 8, and 8 by 2, 4th observation. Here we get the 4th observation. Still 4 is not our answer, right? But what we need to see here, 4th observation. So we need to count as per the sequence, first, second, third and 4th. So 4th number, it is even 4, that's why our answer is 4. Okay, answer of median. If for that we need to remember this formula, n plus 1 by 2th observation. From that you will get the order, right? 4th observation. So just count down in as per the ascending order 4th number. So here 4th number we have 4, that's why our answer is 4. So here our option C is correct. Okay, now question number 3, which is not a measure of central tendency. Which is not a measure of central tendency. In chapter number 3 we see that measures of central tendency, it is mean, median and mode, right? Mean, median and mode are only the measures of central tendency. Range is not this measures of central tendency, that's why this answer is right. Okay, here it is written that which is not a measure of central tendency. So these three are the measures of central tendency, so our answer is range. Actually range is measures of dispersion. Okay, it is not the measure of central tendency, but it is the measure of dispersion that we learn in our standard 11. Okay, right now measures of central tendency, mean, median and mode. Okay, after that question number 4, here the median of a data. So for finding out the median, our first work is to arrange the data either in ascending order, otherwise in descending order. So here we just go for the ascending order. So first of all, smallest number is 12, after that 15, after that 18, after that 20 and after that 25. Okay, smallest to biggest. This is the ascending order. So first of all we need to arrange the numbers into ascending order. Now directly when we can find the answer, exactly center number, this is our answer of median. Median means middle number. Otherwise here total number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So our n becomes 5. And we can use the formula n plus 1 by 2th observation. Okay, put the value of n. So 5 plus 1 by 2th observation, 5 plus 1 6, and 6 by 2 it is 3rd observation, right? So here our 3rd observation is 18, right? At 3rd position we have number 18, so 18 is our answer of median. So here our answer is option C, 18. Okay, after that question number 5, the median of first 5 odd natural number. The median of first 5 odd natural number is, so first 5 odd natural number start with the 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, right? These are the first 5 odd natural number. In that if we want to find the median, then exactly center value, it is 5. So this 5 is our answer of the median, right? Exactly middle number, it is 5. Otherwise we can use the formula. Here even we have total numbers 5, so n is equals to 5, median is equals to n plus 1, so 5 plus 1 by 2th observation. So 5 plus 1, 6 by 2, again 3rd observation. Now count here, this is first observation, this is second observation, and here 3rd observation 5. So answer is 5. Directly even we can find the answer if MCQs are there. Okay, but if 1 or 2 marks question is that, then we need to apply the formula and we need to write all the steps. Okay, so here our answer is option C, 5. Okay, after that question number 6, the most common representative value of a group of data is the most common representative value, that means highest times repetition. Okay, highest time repetition, that is the method of mod. Okay, that's why the most common representative value of a group of data is the mod. Okay, mod means what? Highest number of times repetitive value, right? The most repetitive value, it is called mod. So here our most common representative value, it is mod. So our answer is option C, mod. This is the definition of mod. Okay, after that, question number 7. Range of the data 15 to 9 6 18 3 4 is. Now what is the formula of range? Okay, what is the formula of range? Range means what? Highest value minus lowest value. Highest value minus lowest value. So first of all, from this data, which number is highest? So here 18 is highest, right? So highest number is 18 minus lowest value. Lowest value is 2. So 18 minus 2, 16. So our answer of range, it is 16. Okay, highest value minus lowest value. So here our answer is 18 minus 2, 16. Okay, so option C, 16. After that, question number 8. Here the mode of the data 7 3 6 5 9 6 1 2 6 is. Okay, we need to find the mode here. Now mode means what? Most representative value, right? Most common value. That means which number is highest times repeating here. So if we see here, so 7 is only one times, right? Only one time 7 is that. If we think about the 3, only one time. If we think about the 6, so here total 3 times we have 6, right? So 6 is total 3 times. After that, 5 is there only one time, 9 is there only one time, 1 is there only one time, 2 is there only one time. So highest number of times 6 is repeating here, right? Because 6 is 3 times repeating here. So this is our answer of mod 6. Most common representative value, that means which number highest times repeat here. So it is the 6, right? Total 3 times we have 6. So answer of mod, it is 6. Okay, mod is very easy because here we do not need to apply any formula. Directly from the observation, we can say that the answer of the mod. Okay, highest representative value. Okay, after that, question number 9. Here the sum of 8 observations is 72. Then the mean of our data is. Here we need to find the mean. Okay, mean means what? The sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation. Okay, now here sum of all the observation is given to you. Okay, the sum of 8 observation is 72. So answer of sum, it is 72. And sum of 8 observations, so total number of observation is 8. Okay, so 72 divided by 8. Again, sum of all the observation divided by total number of observations. Okay, so here sum of all the observations, it is 72, right? It is given to you, divided by total number of observation. Here total number of observation is 8. So total number of observation is 8. So 72 by 8, 8 9s are 72. So here our answer is 9. Okay, answer of mean 9. So option B is correct. Okay, so here we need to learn the formula of mean. Sum divided by total number of observations. So sum 72, total number of observation 8. So 72 divided by 8, answer is 9. Okay. After that, question number 10. Here minus 5 multiply minus 8 is equals to minus 8 multiply minus 5 represents which property of multiplication of integers. Here in between multiplication is there, so this is the property of multiplication of integers, right? And here if we see in both the side of equality sign, then only order is changed. Okay, here minus 5 is at first position, here at second position, here minus 8 second position, here first position. That means here only changes in the order. Okay, if we change the order, that means a multiply b is equals to b multiply a. This is the property of commutative property. This is the commutative property. That's why our answer is commutative, right? Because in multiplication 5 2 is 10 and 2 5s are both are same, so we can change the order. So this is the commutative property. Okay, so here our answer is option B, commutative property. After that, question number 11. Here total 3 numbers are there on both the side of equality sign. Okay, in big bracket 4 multiply minus 8 multiply minus 6. Now here in big bracket minus 8 multiply minus 6 multiply 4 represents which property of multiplication of integers. Okay, we need to write the name of the property. So here we have 4, here we have 4, here we have minus 8, here we have minus 8, here we have minus 6, here we have minus 6. So only changes in the order, right? Here in big bracket 4 and minus 8 is written, here in big bracket minus 8 and minus 6 is written, right? Here minus 6 is outside, here 4 is outside. So only changes in the order, right? And here three numbers are given to you. Okay, so in multiplication we know that if we multiply in any order, okay, whatever numbers we have, if we multiply it in any order, we get the same answer, right? If two numbers are then there and there is changes in only, and there is only changes in order, then it is called commutative property. But if three numbers are there and if order is changed, so it is associative property. Okay, for three numbers associative property, for two numbers commutative property. So here our answer is option A, associative property. Okay, after that question number 12. Here minus 7 multiply 6 plus 5. So here minus 7 is multiplied with 6. Okay, then addition minus 7 is multiplied with 5. Okay, so here multiplication is there, here addition is there. Okay, so what is the answer? First of all, minus 7 is multiplied with 6 and after that minus 7 is multiplied with 5. Here positive sign is there, so here in between we need to put positive sign. This is called distribution of multiplication over addition. This is the distribution of multiplication over addition. Okay, first of all these two numbers are multiplied, after that these two numbers are multiplied. This is called distribution. Okay, and here multiplication process is there, so so here distribution of multiplication over addition. This is the distributive property, right? This is the distributive property, distribution of multiplication over addition. That's why our option C is correct. Okay, distributive over addition. Now number 13. Here minus 8 multiply which number and answer 0. So if we want to get the answer 0, then our one number must be 0. Okay, if we want the answer of multiplication is 0, then at least one number we want 0. Here minus 8 is there, so here we need to put 0. Because minus 8 is multiplied with 0, we get the answer 0. Okay, so if we want the answer 0, then we need to take one number as a 0. Here one number is 8, so other number is needs to be 0. So minus 8 multiply 0, it is 0. Okay, so here our answer is option B, 0. After that, question number 14. Here minus 20, here minus 2, and here we need to put the sign less than, greater than, is equals to, otherwise greater than or equal to. Okay. So we know that in negative number, reverse thing is that means big number becomes small and small number becomes big, right? If we see the number line, so here minus 20, minus 19 up to minus 2, 0 and positive numbers. So in negative number, reverse thing we need to apply here. Here we cannot say that 20 is big number. Okay. In actual situation 20 is greater than 2, but if both are negative number, then we need to change the things. Minus 2 is greater than minus 20. Okay, number line from left to right, value of number is increased, so minus 2 is greater than minus 20. Okay, so here we need to put the less than sign, so our option A is correct. Okay, after that option 15, 5 and here 0. So we know that 5 is greater than 0, right? Positive numbers, all the positive numbers are greater than 0, so 5 is greater than 0. Okay, so here our option B is correct, greater than. Okay, after that question number 16. Here minus 4 multiply minus 4. So minus 4 multiply minus 4, first of all multiply these two number, so 4 4s are 16, and in multiplication for sign rule minus minus plus, so here our answer is plus 16. Okay, here our answer is plus 16. 4 4s are 16, minus minus plus, so 16 is our answer, so option C is correct. Okay, option C 16. After that question number 17. Okay, 15 divide minus 3. 15 divided by minus 3, so we can cut this. 3 5s are 15, right? 3 5s are 15, so here our answer is 5. And for the division, here positive sign is there, here negative sign is there, so plus minus minus, so here our answer is minus 5. Okay, 15 by minus 3, so 3 5s are 15 and plus minus minus 5, so here option C is correct, minus 5. Okay, after that question number 18. 0.025 divided by 0.5. Okay, so here first of all 0.025, remove the decimal point, so 0025, it means 25 only. Okay, and if we remove the decimal point, then after decimal point total 3 digits are there, so in denominator we need to put 30 and 1, so 1000. Okay, we need to convert this decimal number into fraction, so remove the decimal point, so 0025, that means 25, 25. Divide by, after decimal point 3 digits are there, so in denominator we need to put 30 and before that 1, that means 1000. Now divide 0.5, from here even just remove the decimal point, so 05, that means 5 only, and after decimal point only one digit is there, so in denominator we need to put 10, that means 10. Okay, now here 25 divided by 1000. Now if we want to convert this division into multiplication, so we need to take reciprocal of our second number. Okay, if we convert division into multiplication, then we need to take the reciprocal of second number, so 5 by 10, it becomes 10 by 5. Okay, so 5 by 10 becomes 10 by 5. Now 110 cut from here. Okay, 5 5s are 25, so finally we get in numerator 5 and in denominator 100, so 5 divided by 100. Now in denominator we have two zeros, So in numerator, before 2 digit we need to put decimal point, but in numerator we have only 1 digit, so put one extra 0, so it becomes 2 digit before that decimal point, and before that nothing is remaining, so 0, so 0.05. This is our answer. Okay, 0.05. This is option B. So option B is correct. Okay, quickly, first of all, we need to convert this number into fractions. So 25 divided by 1000, because after decimal point 3 digits are there, so here 30. Now divide by 0.5. So 5 divided by, after decimal point 1 digit is there, so 10. Now if we want to convert division into multiplication, then we need to take the reciprocal. So 10 by 5, 1 0 0 cancel, 5 5s are, so 5 by 100. So again, in denominator we have two zeros, so in numerator before 2 digit we need to put decimal point, but we have only 1 digit, so put 1 0.0, so 0.05. Okay, option B is correct. Now after that, question number 19. 35 gram is equals to how many kilogram? If we want to convert gram into kilogram, then we need to divide with 1000. Okay, because 1000 gram is equals to 1 kilogram. So if we want to convert gram into kilogram from small unit to big unit, then we need to use the division process, and difference between gram and kilogram, it is 1000, so we need to divide with 1000. Now in denominator we have total 3 zeros, right? So in numerator, before 3 digit we need to put decimal point, but here we have only 35, right? Now before 3 digit we have only 2 digits, so put one extra 0, so it becomes 3 digits, right? And before that put the decimal point here, and here 0, so 0.035. Okay, 35 gram is equals to how many kilograms? So 35 divided by 1000. Okay, now in denominator we have total 3 zeros, so in numerator before 3 digit we need to put decimal point, right? So here we have only 2 digits, 3 5, so before that put one extra 0 before the decimal point, so 0.035. So here our answer is option C. Okay, after that, question number 20. 80 ml is equals to how many liter? Now same thing for millimeter and liter. Millimeter is small unit, liter is big unit. If we want to convert from small unit to big unit, we need to use the division process, and difference between milliliter and liter, it is 1000. So here we need to divide 80 with 1000. Okay, we need to divide 80 with 1000. Now 110 cut from here, so 8 divided by 100. Okay, now in denominator we have two zeros. Okay, in denominator we have two zeros, so in numerator before 2 digit we need to put decimal point, but in numerator we have only 1 digit, so put one extra 0, then here point, and here again 0, so 0.08. Okay, in denominator we have two zeros, so in numerator before 2 digit we need to put decimal point, we have only 1 digit, so we need to put one extra 0 before that decimal point, and again nothing is remaining, so before that 0, so 0.08. This is the answer, so option A is correct. Okay, after that, question number 21. 5 centimeter is equals to how many meter? So here centimeter is small unit, meter is big unit. If we want to convert from small unit to big unit, we need to use the division process, and difference between centimeter and meter, it is 100. So 5 divided by 100. Okay, 5 divided by 100. Now in denominator we have two zeros. So in numerator before 2 digit we need to put decimal point, but in numerator we have only 1 digit, so we need to put one extra 0 before that decimal point, and before that nothing is remaining, so 0, 0.05. Okay, so here option B is correct, 0.05. Okay, after that, question number 22. 4 by 9 and blank 9 by 4 greater than, less than or equal to, or equal to. Okay, here we can think in two way. if we think about the 4 by 9, so here denominator is greater than the numerator, right? If denominator is greater than numerator, then answer always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, if denominator is greater than numerator, then answer is always lies between 0 to 1. Okay, and here numerator is greater than denominator. Okay, so answer is always more than 1. Answer is always more than 1. So here answer is 0 to 1, here more than 1, so definitely this number is greater. Okay, 9 by 4 is greater than 4 by 9. Okay, because here answer lies between 0 to 1, here more than 1, so more than 1 is bigger, right? So bigger number is 9 by 4. So 9 by 4 is greater than 4 by 9. Otherwise we can take the LCM. Here 4 by 9, here 9 by 4. Okay, take the LCM. So this 4 we need to multiply and divide here, and this 9 we need to multiply and divide here. So 4 4s are 16, 9 4s are 36, 9 9s are 81, 9 4s are 36. Okay, now denominator becomes sum. Now check the numerator. 81 is big number, so greater than. Okay, so 9 by 4 is greater than 4 by 9, so we need to use this sign. So option A is correct. After that, question number 23. 9 by 7 minus 2 by 7. It's a very easy question. Denominator is sum, so directly we can subtract the numerator. 9 minus 2. 9 minus 2, it's a 7, and 7 by 7, 1, right? 7 1 is 7. So answer is 1. So our option D is correct, 1. Okay. After that, question number 24, 0.4 multiply 0.3. Here in multiplication, we have two ways. Okay, first of all, ignore the decimal point. So 4 multiply 3, 12. Okay, now here after decimal point 1 digit, here even after decimal point 1 digit is there. So total 2 digits are there. So in answer, before this 2 digit, we need to put decimal point. So 0.12. This is the answer. Otherwise, convert this number into fraction. So it is 4 by 10, right? Because after decimal point we have only one digit. So 4 by 10. Here even after decimal point we have one digit. So 3 by 10. Now multiply the numerator. 4 3s are 12. 10 10s are 100. So here we have two zeros. So in numerator, before two digit we need to put decimal point, and before that nothing is remaining. So 0, 0.12. So our option A is correct, 0.12. Okay. After that, last question number 25. Here 0.28 divided by 0.7. Okay. Here even we can solve this question by two ways. 0.28 divided by 0.7. Okay, now 0.28, ignore the decimal point. So 28 divided by, after decimal point 2 digits are there, so 2 zeros and 1, so 28 by 100. Okay, now in denominator we have 0.7, so ignore the decimal point, so 7. Okay, after decimal point we have only one digit, so divide by 10, that divide by 10 goes to numerator. Okay, now here 0 0 cancel, 7 4s are 28, 4 by 10. In denominator we have only 1 0, so in numerator, before one digit we need to put decimal point, before that nothing is remaining, so 0. Our answer is 0.4. Okay, otherwise convert this number into fraction, so it becomes 28 divided by 100. After decimal point 2 digits are there, so 100 divide 0.7. So it is 7 by 10, because after decimal point we have only one digit. Now if we want to convert this division into multiplication, so we need to take the reciprocal of this number. It becomes 10 by 7. Again 0 0 cancel, 7 4s are 28, 4 by 10. In denominator we have only 1 0. So in numerator, before one digit we need to put decimal point. Before that nothing is remaining, so 0, 0.4. Our option D is correct. Okay. So students, here is the solution of unit test 2, subject mathematics. Okay, if you have any doubt in this solution, please write down in comment section. I will give you the answer. Okay, thank you.